Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope everybody had an awesome day. I'm finally getting a minute to be able to do a video. Man, guys, it has been busy. There's not enough time in a day to take everybody. And if you are new here, welcome. And if you've been here before, welcome back. My name is Megan. I am a life coach. The Lord has qualified me and evolved me in so many things. I humbly say that because honestly, I was just telling a client here today, like, I don't even know sometimes how I even know what I know. It's because God strategically aligned me to learn the things I have, and, you know, my success rate's really high, but that's all God be the glory. So basically what I wanted to get into today is a topic that nobody really discusses on this journey. And if you have already worked with me, you know that I bring in the spiritual side, the logical side, like I correlate everything together. So basically, the question is, have you been triangulated? Okay. Now, this is a topic that is very, very like intense, because if you've been through it, you will know. And it's very humiliating. It's tormenting after you figure out what happened, because when you're in it, it was so terrible and you had no idea, but nobody really talks about it. Okay, so there is a triangle. Okay, it's basically it's shaped like a triangle. Okay, so they call it the triangle method. Okay. Now, a lot of people use this method as a manipulation tactic to gain control, leverage, to be able to get emotional reaction, ego boosting out of people, get people to work harder to fight for their honor. And a lot of the spouses have done this. Your parents can do this. Your colleagues at work can do this. It honestly just depends. So I'm going to give you a couple scenarios to help you better understand. So if you're dealing with a parent doing this, this would be like a parent praising a certain sibling, for you to get upset, for you both to almost kind of argue, doing vice versa to one or the other, to get you guys to fight for the parent's acceptance. Okay, not literally fight, but you get the drift. Like overcompensate, people please, to be able to gain your parents' acceptance and attention. Okay, there could be a scapegoat child, and there could be a golden child. So the scapegoat's the one that basically always comes to the parents' rescue but is overlooked. And then the golden child is the one that basically can do no wrong. So then you feel like you have to overcompensate to get that parent's attention. But in reality, all it is a psychological, subconscious way of gaining control and leverage to feel important and be validated themselves, to have their ego stroked. Now, when we get into work relationships, this could look like a boss having favoritism on a certain colleague or workers. And what this does is this will actually cause you to fight harder to please your boss, bring in donuts at work. You know, again, like maybe the boss will come over to you and talk about one colleague at work, or the other person that you see getting favoritism could maybe be you being praised to that person, then you guys become almost enemies. So in these dynamics, you could actually become enemies with someone you don't even know because of a third party. So the reason why it's a triangle method is there's a third party involved to create chaos, drama, confusion, to basically work harder, almost like a circus animal. It's hard, like, in other words, you go into people pleasing and overcompensating to do this. Now, in a romantic relationship, it's the same thing. So one of the people maybe has an affair going on. Maybe, you bring in a family member, saying, oh yeah, even your mom agrees with me. Or it could be something where subtly there's little things being brought up like, oh yeah, Lindsay at work, was right about you. Okay, like little things, or maybe like a mutual friend you guys have. It could be like, oh, so and so said that you worry too much. Little things, some type of drama, and there's something in your gut that just it doesn't sit right. Or there could be a situation where this is happening, and then you end up finding out that it's the affair partner later on down the line. Or it could be something to where they are trying to team up their ex and you against each other. 1 minute, like when you first enter the relationship, or maybe you're in the marriage, they used to talk negative about an ex, or maybe they're the mother of their child, the father of their child, whatever, and then maybe down the line it turns into them, they're making them an enemy, and then all of a sudden they start praising them. Okay, so no matter what dynamic it is, okay, it's meant to achieve control over you, to be validated and praised, for you to work harder for their attention. Okay, so this is something that a lot of people went through, like whether there was affairs in their marriages and stuff, and then they ended up overcompensating and working harder to win the spouse over, like I said, like a circus animal. And what this does is it causes resentment down the line. There's so much to this. A lot of people don't even know that they had this, they were victims to this. So once we have awareness of what happened, we now can be educated for the future when maybe friends are doing this to us, parents, people at work, people in the future that we deal with, spouses. We're going to know what they're up to. So like, for instance, if you hear, like if they're trying to make you jealous even, like, oh, somebody was looking at me and stuff like that, that's a triangle method. Okay, so you need to know why they're doing it and then not react. So none of us handled it correctly, because common sense, when you're in it, you don't know what they're trying to pull. You end up falling for it. But what this does is it gives them the upper hand and the control. So how I want you to see this now is it's a way for them to get control over you and to fight for their honor, ego stroke, validation. So how you should react in the future to this is no reaction at all. When they see that there's no reaction, you're not giving them what they want. So then they're going to wonder why you're not reacting. So the tables actually turn. Because all that people pleasing and stuff you did anyway, it still didn't change anything. They still left. So, and they're doing this to the counterfeits too. This is why a lot of you guys are seeing your spouses come back and forth. They're giving you hope 1 minute and then they're acting another way the next, because they're playing mind games. A lot of you, like I said in the previous video, are dealing with narcissistic spirits. So once you are aware of this, you're going to be able to go through it so much easier, okay? Because you're going to see it for what it is. So I hope that this video was very helpful and insightful. I would love to help you guys. If you would like to work with me, I would love to help you. Reach out through email, redeemingthebroken@gmail.com. I repeat, redeemingthebroken@gmail.com. Our Facebook groups are Redeeming the Broken and Dead Marriages Redeemed. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.